Greetings, greenhouse people. We are back with another episode of Tech on Demand brought to you by GrowerTalks magazine. Our goal, as always, is to help you grow your best crops ever, and that's exactly why I'm here in a booth at the Cultivate event in Columbus, Ohio, with two experts from SePRO, a company you know and respect for bringing innovative crop protection solutions for greenhouses and nurseries. Joining me this morning are Chong, who you've seen before and heard before on the podcast, and who is also a Ball Publishing newsletter editor. Shout out to Pest Talks, and the technical development manager at SePRO. I'm also excited to have Dennis Bunkley here because he's been in the green industry for 37 years with a career encompassing growing, garden center management, distribution, and now he's been the national manager of the SePRO ornamental team since 2021. Gentlemen, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Thanks, Will.
And I appreciate both of you taking time during a busy show to sit down and chat. We're actually recording this in the morning before the show opens, which is a lot quieter than it's going to be this afternoon. Because I would imagine your booth's been jamming for the last few days and will be today as well.
It's been fantastic. It's been a great show.
And that's good to hear. So I love coming to Cultivate and seeing all the new products on display, and that's what we're here to talk about today. I guess before we get started, Dennis, I do have a question for you because I've gotten some press releases and communications lately from SePRO with a company or division name that I don't think I'm too familiar with, and that's SePRO Land. So I know SePRO, but Land, what does this represent?
So SePRO Land, we did a brand refresh. It's not rebranding the company, but a refresh to put more focus on the individual divisions of SePRO under the scientific umbrella, that everything that we do is science-backed and science-based. So SePRO Land focuses on the ornamental golf and landscape industry that is still backed by the science of SePRO Scientific.
Okay, so that makes sense. So it's turf, golf course, ornamentals, nursery.
Absolutely.
Right, which is land-based. All right, that makes sense even to my simple mind. And I think I've been in marketing a long time. I like brand refreshes. I think it helps you refocus, and that makes a lot of sense.
Right, and known as a water company, we're still a very large water quality company, and this allows us to focus on the land portion of the company.
Okay, no, that makes sense. And I think for our viewers and listeners in the greenhouse and ornamental side, they will appreciate that focusing.
Sure.
So let's now jump into a couple of the new products SePRO has unveiled recently, BattleLine and Barracuda. Both are awesome names. And yes, I definitely want to hum the song, but I'm not going to. Instead, let's start with BattleLine. I think that'll help me focus and not be singing Barracuda the whole time, which is a new fungicide, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and Dennis, I'm going to start with you, but JC, feel free to jump in and add to any of this that you want. What makes BattleLine different from other greenhouse fungicides that growers are already using? And I read that it's broad spectrum. It's effective on some of the common pathogens, Botrytis fusarium, rhizoc, powdery mildew, and there's other products for those pathogens and diseases as well. But what advantage does BattleLine bring to growers?
BattleLine brings a product that they can use, especially on young plants, that will provide that group 3 of the group 3 fungicide that does not cause regulation on the young plants.
Okay, so you've done testing with propagators. I would imagine a lot of work with propagators.
Right.
So what do you think? Like BattleLine, what is that difference that these young plant propagators are going to get super excited about?
We actually run I run a research project at one of our research campuses in North Carolina.
Okay.
And so what I did is basically take 10 most commonly grown species, from anywhere from geranium to begonia to pansies to impatiens and all that.
Right.
And basically what I do is I take the plug, dip it in the solution, and then transplant them. Or I transplant them and then I spray them. Okay. Mostly just to see if using them on those young plants when you're just transplanting them, is that going to stop them from growing or having any kind of issues? And we compare that to Benamax, propiconazole.
Yep.
because propiconazole, we know it's going to have pretty strong growth regulating effect.
Right.
So we just want to see how is it compared to the worst case scenario in some way. So what we're finding out is that of the 10 plant species that we have, none of them are regulated by BattleLine. But propiconazole or Banamax actually cause stunting on the plugs of sun patient,
Okay.
on pansies, and on vinca a little bit.
So big ticket crops.
It is a big ticket crop.
Yeah.
So for anybody who wants to use propiconazole, or I would say some of the other FRAC3 fungicide as well, they need to be more careful about that plant growth regulating effect.
Okay.
But for BattleLine, that's not a concern.
That's awesome.
I mean, there's a pretty good reason behind that, simply because all the other FRAC3 fungicide, they are in the triazole chemical group. And within triazole chemical group is also some of our commercial PGR,
Sure.
like our own ARAS, our own top floor, and propiconazole and uniconazole.
Okay.
So-
All right. That makes sense.
So
I
in
didn't
that
thought of
group, they do have a pretty high risk of growth regulations. But BattleLine or triflumazole is in a complete different chemical group
Okay.
called imidazole.
Okay.
From that group, we have no commercial PGR product. Just simply because the PGR effect is so low that there's
Right.
nothing worth registering. So
So it's strictly a fungicide.
yeah, just looking at the chemical group, BattleLine is unique from all the other FRAC3
Okay.
fungicide.
How long have you guys been working on BattleLine? Like, what's the problem? I'm always interested because I know regulation can take a long time, but I'm sure the formulation and everything takes us.
It is relatively quick. We will manage to bring in the product to the market very quickly.
Good.
We have a license, we have the label, and we bring it out to the market simply because it is a great product.
Yeah, and we're only just about every state is registered.
Okay.
I think we're waiting on about 3 registrations.
Yeah, just about, and even some of the major states like California. We're waiting on that.
Okay.
We're waiting on that, but
As is
it is
usual.
coming. Well, it's coming, and it's going to be within the next few months, I would think. For
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
That's cool. Is there anything in your trials that has exceeded your expectations? Is there anything?
The growth regulating effect, the minimum of it actually is working out. It's very surprising
Okay.
to that. And triflumazole has been researched quite a bit by university researchers in the past and throughout the world, really. What we're finding out by reviewing those data, a lot of those data are suggesting that first thing, it has a pretty strong curative effect.
Okay.
It's a systemic fungicide. So you go into the plant tissue, stay in there, and any hyphae that trying to grow inside the plant tissue is not gonna happen, because the mode of action basically stop the production of estradiol, ergosterol, which is a component for hyphae, a cell wall for fungus. So then they're not gonna grow at all. So it provide them a curative effect. So some of the trial they're looking at it, we got pretty good result with curative control of botrytis.
That's awesome.
Works well, and some of the diseases that actually works very well, including fusarium. As you know, we're sort of in the mom season,
Yeah.
and folks will be worried about fusarium
For sure.
quite a bit. So it would be a great preventive product for fusarium, and also other products like you mentioned powdery mildew, and also exceptionally strong on rust
Okay.
and scabs, and also cylindrocladum and black root rot. So in the spring, when folks starting to grow, in the fall, when folks starting to grow pansies again, that would be a useful tool for that. And now that we know, if you drench it, even when the pansy plugs are small, you're not going to stop them from growing or
Right.
flowering. So that is a great benefit too.
You know, we're finding it'll be really an important product on fusarium in the tropical plant market as well for the foliage market. It's one of the missing links that's in that market that's going to be a nice addition.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. And especially something like tropicals where more and more greenhouses are getting into them. Not just
Absolutely.
your traditional tropical plant growers,
Yep.
but traditional ornamentals growers are adding tropical inputs into their greenhouse.
All across the country.
Yeah. Oh, that's really cool. So my last question on BattleLine is every time we talk about resistance management. I know that's something that you guys are always super conscious about and have great resources to help growers develop rotations, not just, and really using products responsibly so we can continue to have them.
Absolutely.
Is there anything that you want to talk about in terms of rotation or resistance management, or any suggestions you have for growers on how to add BattleLine into their portfolio of products they're using?
Well, the BattleLine can actually fit into just about any rotation program.
Okay.
As long as you're not rotating it with any other frac 3, you're probably fine. But really though, I feel like frac 3 is sort of underutilized in a lot of ways, simply because folks are worried about their PGI effect.
PGR effect, sure.
So you can rotate it in just about anything. And hey, we can build a rotation program for anybody in any way. So if folks have any questions, they can always reach out to us.
So what have growers said at the show? I mean, BattleLine, we see it all over your marketing here in the booth.
It's got to be your main message. About it. I've been all across the country, and we've done some trials with some growers initially, and they've all been very happy with it. There's some that have looked at it and said, we don't even need to do a trial. When it's ready, just let us know and we'll take it.
Right.
That's good. That speaks to the trust in a company like SePRO.
I think we've had more buzz on this set of new products at this show than we have any other product at the show.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
That's good to hear.
Absolutely. And that sort of point out to the demand from the growers as far as, bringing up new product, bringing up a product that are underutilized, but put some science and technical support behind it.
Sure.
To make them, use them more effectively.
Yeah.
Right.
No, that's good to hear. All right, let's move to Barracuda. Again, I'm not going to hum the guitar riff. I definitely want to. Maybe we can clip it in on video. But so it's an insecticide and miticide, and it has unique attributes from what I understand. But I want to learn more about it. I know that the viewers and listeners do too. So Dennis, I'm going to start with you. Thinking about Barracuda, what problem does Barracuda solve that, I guess, existing mite or insect control products and programs aren't solving today? And JC, if you want to jump in, feel free.
Yeah, I mean, Barracuda is one on the mites. You don't have to know what kind of mite problem you have. It'll take care of all mites, all life stages of mites. So it's a good one to just, if you know you have some type of mite problem, you can use it right in the beginning, and then you can get your identifying part down and continue to use on other things for rotation. The other nice thing about it, it also works on other insects because of the formulation that it is and the strength that the formulation is. It's not just a miticide.
Okay. And then I guess in terms of results you've seen in trials, because I'm sure you've trialed this. You're an insect guy, so I'm interested in what you have to say about this.
Please stop by our member center located in the main aisle. And the member of our staff team can assist you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to start that question over.
Sure.
So in terms of the results that you've seen in trials, because you are an insect guy and I know you've trialed the heck out of this, what do you think has impressed, I guess, you and your trials and growers who've trialed this product most about Barracuda? I guess what's that hook that's going to keep them on board and interested in this product?
Well, I just ran a trial in our own research campus looking at the efficacy for 2-spider mite.
Okay.
My original plan was to spray it once, 2 weeks later, make another application.
Right.
So that's sort of what growers often do, 1 week later or 2 weeks later, you make another application, then switch over to another product. That was my original plan.
Okay.
But I did not have to spray the second time.
Really? One application took?
The one application, I have no mites on those plants. So that surprised me in some way, and in another way it doesn't, because Barracuda is a combination of two pretty strong active ingredients and well trusted, abamectin and bifenazate, and also they are combined in a concentration that's much higher than all the other products that we can find in the marketplace. So in a lot of ways, we are putting on a very strong product for a pest species that everybody is dealing with. And you have two combinations working together, dealing with that one population. So it really doesn't surprise me that it was
Yeah.
gone. But looking at the result of it, looking at how clean the plant are, and I was like, that is great.
Yeah.
That is a great tool. And from a researcher standpoint, it's almost like, well, I have 0 in my column. What am I going to do with that
exactly.
data? You
You're
know,
like,
but from a more marketing or sales perspective, and that's a great demonstration of efficacy.
Well,
right
and
there.
the grower excitement that's been generated on this one is what's very unique about it is it's a water-based formulation.
True.
Okay.
So for the grower, there's no phytotoxicity issues like they typically would have with the abamectins that are mostly all EC formulations.
Yeah.
So you get 10% more abamectin in this mix, and it's water-based.
Sounds like a cost-effective solution too. I mean, you're reducing the labor of additional applications. Or
Absolutely.
yeah, it sounds
Absolutely.
like a smart way to go. It's that work smarter, not harder mentality.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, no, I like that. So, I guess again, let's talk a little bit about resistance management. I know obviously
Sure.
insects multiply quickly and reproduce quickly, and resistance is always something we want to worry about. How about this as it relates to insect and mite pests with Barracuda? Whoever wants to tackle this, feel free.
Well, the rotation of it is, again, pretty straightforward.
Okay.
I mean, what I would say, in that program, you probably don't want to include abamectin or bifenazate
Okay.
because Barracuda already covered those. But if you're already using abamectin or bifenazate, Barracuda would be an easy fit to replace
swap them
those.
right out.
Exactly, just swap them right out.
Okay.
So as far as the rotation is concerned, that's pretty easy.
Mm.
For growers most growers probably use 3, 4, 5 different mode of action anyway.
Right.
So most of them know how to do it.
Okay. No, that's good. And what you said earlier about the fact that it does control a variety of mite, and that you can come in before you've actually made that like positive identification, hit them, get some control, and then work as it's working. That's a pretty interesting
Correct,
approach.
and that it's not just mites. So if you're dealing with multiple pests, you can use it as your miticide as well as going after aphids or thrips or,
Right.
or anything
Right.
else that you may be battling.
Yeah, and that trial that I talked about, the spider mite trial that I
Yeah.
talked about, I ran it on New Guinea impatient. I may not be able to run that trial for too long because, on the plants that were treated with fluoramide, the aphid was just overrunning it. But on the Barracuda treated plant, there's no aphid because Barracuda can treat aphid too. So, in a lot of situations where we don't typically just deal with one pest at a time,
Yeah.
having that broad spectrum control is a great thing to have. So that you don't have to, like you said, come in, spray one time, and then 3 days later spray something else. Labor restriction or labor shortage is really one of the biggest problems we have in the industry.
Yeah.
So anything you can make the steps more efficient,
Absolutely.
it's always a good thing.
Yep. That's
Yep.
why we like to hear broad spectrum. Are there any plants? I guess this could be for BattleLine or Barracuda. Are there any plants you should not use either of these on? Or are they?
Well, as far as we know, no. But on the BattleLine label, there will be restrictions about not using it on impatient.
Okay.
But in my own research, I did not really see a whole lot of growth regulating effect on impatient. So we need to dig deeper into it to find out what it is. Another thing that we probably ended up adding it to the label is Cali Pragoa. And we see a little bit of chlorosis on that.
Sure.
But it doesn't affect the growth of it.
Right, okay.
Within a week, it grow out of it. So that is still an option for BattleLine, for sure. As far as Barracuda is concerned, so far I haven't seen any phyto issues. All the bedding plant species, 10 species that I have on hand, I treated them, no problem. And now we're probably going to move on to some of the more sensitive things that abamectin have issue with,
Okay.
just to see if we're going to have the same problem with Barracuda or not. I think we're probably not going to see anything, simply because I think a lot of the issues that happen with abamectin is because of the EC formulation, not so much with the AI itself.
Yeah.
But that's my hypothesis. I still need to kind of figure it out.
And hey, with SePRO, Scientific. SePRO Scientific, if a grower does have something that they're not sure about and we're not sure about, Dr. Chong can always conduct
Absolutely.
some research for them and help that grower out.
No, that's awesome. And actually, that's a really good segue because the resources that SePRO has available are always phenomenal. I know your technical team is excellent.
Sure.
Certainly respect you. I guess, is there anything we missed or any additional resources or products you want to call out before we close?
Well, I would say we got pretty good product, BattleLine, Barracuda, and we have some other product that fit well with those new products in a rotation program.
Okay.
So that would be something that I want to bring out. It's like, we can build a very rounded program for just about any pests and diseases we're probably going to have.
Yeah, and customers can head to seproscientific.com and go to SePRO Land. And we have rotation guides there that Dr. Chong has built. So a pre-built rotation for people. And there's many other resources and technical bulletins on there about all of our products.
And I think one of the most important resource that we have are the technical specialists we have on the ground.
Yes.
They are the one that in their own territory get in contact with all our customers and provide hands-on kind of experience and assistance. Like we're using our product, maybe not just our product, but everybody else's product too, because we want to make sure growers have a great experience, have a successful program.
Excellent. And I will put links to all those resources in the show notes as well for the viewers and listeners, and it'll be one click away. I do encourage you to go to SePRO's and SePRO Land and just view all those resources. If you need help building programs, reach out to these guys and they will hold your hand all the way through the process, and and your crops will get better because of it. Well, JC, Dennis, I really appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you.
And really for all that you guys do to help reduce the complexity and bring really great products to market. It's one of the things I look forward to every year. I hope we can do this again.
Yes, absolutely.
Next year. But yeah, bringing these products so that growers can actually do their job, do the job they love, producing great plants. So again, thank you guys so much for your time today.
Thanks, Bill.
Thank you.
And I am Bill Calkins with Tech on Demand, wishing you a fantastic season on behalf of the entire SePRO team here in the booth and your friends at Ball Publishing. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Take care out there.